Yo guys, what's poppin'? It's time for shopping. Back at it with another Modern Warfare franchise store video. This one's going to be for July 10th. Guys, two things before the video starts here today. Number one, do me a huge favor and drop a like on this video. It's free, it takes a second, helps the channel, helps me, helps you get to see more content about the store. Everybody's winning. Number two, make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the channel. We have our first official sponsorship coming to the channel. Our first official sponsor, and I am extremely excited, and it would not have been possible without all of your guys' support throughout the whole entire year of Modern Warfare so far. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. We are growing still. We are, on pace for the full entire Call of Duty takeover one day. So thank you guys so much, man. Truly, truly do appreciate it. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel, notifications on. That announcement should be happening within the next week or so. So thank you guys once again for that. Let's get into the shop today. We have Zane Armored Assault, and then we have the CDL Champs 2020 pack. I'm very excited for the second one, and we will talk about that in just a moment. Well, let's check out this Zane pack, man. This skin looks sick. I mean, this skin, just the helmet with that filter, or I wouldn't really call it a gas mask. It's not like my first impressions of a gas mask, but we can call it that. It looks mean. I mean, the whole entire bullet belt is sick. That's like my favorite part, just having all the bullets wrapped around him. You have the 100-round magazine for the holster. I mean, it's dope, man. This is a great looking skin. Now, the attachments here on this blueprint, not the best. Granulated grip tape, ultralight barrel, couple things there I'm not a huge fan of, but the skin does look good with this weapon in this blueprint. I would probably take off granulated, put stippled on, and then maybe one of the better barrels. The 4x is completely your preference, and you could change some attachments around. Cosmetically, not the most appealing thing in the world, but like I said, does match the skin. So it's going to be completely your call if you really want it for the blueprint. I think the skin is going to be the main seller here. This one is going to cost you 1,600 COD points though, but I think there's some compensation here with this watch right here. This one is the first time we've seen a design like this. We have tons of different watches here in Modern Warfare, but this one, just the way it's kind of taken to the right, and I can't really describe that pattern for you guys, but this is a new design, and I really like it. I really, really do like it, and you can actually see the time there, I believe anyway, with how much that watch is actually grayed out. So if you look up in the top right of the watch, below the red, but that gives you a rough estimate on what time it is. I think that's showing 3 something. I'm not sure if that's actually how it shows the time. I'm just assuming from what I can see here. But design wise, I think it looks really cool. It's really unique. Color scheme, I would like to see another color in this watch. Maybe, a black and white, not just a black, white, and red, or something with a different color in there. That red ring is just throwing me off for some reason. But otherwise, I think the design's sick, and maybe another color scheme I'd be a lot more interested personally, but I think it's pretty darn dope. We got the calling card here, we have the emblem, and we have what is next.
What is next?
It's going to do it for the Zane Armored Assault bundle. I think it's worth it, man. I really do. I really love this skin. It looks really, really sick, and typically I rip on skins in this game. So that being said, that's pretty tough for me, to pass up. But, guys, the CDL Champs 2020 pack. Now, this one is really, really big for me. I'm really excited about this one. I do think I'll be picking this one up, and I do want to say this is the biggest bundle released in this game. There is over 60 items in this bundle for 15 bucks. Now, you can't use COD points here. You will have to use actual USD or whatever your currency is, but we'll be checking it out in just a second. But, guys, if you don't know what CDL is, that is the competitive stuff for Modern Warfare, all the competitive play, and it's very, very entertaining. If you haven't dabbled in it, I would recommend you check it out. You can just type in Call of Duty League on YouTube. You can see some of the past matches. There's tons of teams. You can pick the team you want to rep, and this is a lot of stuff from the Twitter community here, so I'm very excited for all of this. You have 55 stickers, you have 5 calling cards, 3 emblems, 3 sprays, two charms, a M19, an HDR, and the M4. Now, the only thing I would change is the HDR. I would probably put the MP5 in there. I mean, the pros used MP5 for, I gotta say, at least 6 to 8 months, man. However long it's been, just since the recent update, they stopped using it because of the 10mm getting nerfed. But the MP5 definitely deserved a spot in my opinion. But let's check out the M4. Compensator, Grenadier barrel, Commando foregrip, stipple grip tape, and no stock. That's it, baby. Now, no stock has now recently been nerfed as well, so you might get a little bit of a jumpy, recoil pattern. But cosmetically, it looks cool. It's just not there though. I don't think it's there. It looks like it says Call of Duty League on the Grenadier barrel, but I think they needed to add a little more something to like the barrel and maybe the magazine. It's just kind of plain. Even though there is a little bit of gold intertwined, there's gold in the trigger and everything, but I think they need to add just a touch more, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Let's check out the HDR. We have the longest barrel for the HDR, the bipod, sleight of hand, stalker scout, and variable zoom scope. I can go ahead and guarantee you nobody was using this setup in the CDL because the bipod attachment is pretty much useless and it just wasn't being used. I really don't know if this was the go-to sniper for any of the sniping, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't that much sniping even going on. Maybe in the beginning of the game, but snipers like Formal, who used to snipe all the time Black Ops 3 and the other games, I don't even think my man's pulled out a sniper all year long. Moving on to the M19, compensator, extended barrel, lightweight trigger, stipple grip tape, and sleight of hand. Pretty standard stuff there. I didn't know the compensator was the go-to, if it actually is, but this one looks really good. I think, it's very compact. The gold with the CDL emblem on there looks great, and everything combined on here I like a lot. Now, the charm ring, which you're going to be looking at next, I personally just think it looks really, really bulky, and it just doesn't look the best, in my opinion. But I think the Champs 2020 Gold, does look a lot better. I like this one a lot more, for sure, and I'd probably be repping that one over the ring. Now, 55 signatures of all the pros. Now, I do believe there was 60 players, and I'm not sure who was left out here. There's been other players dropped, just for example, Chino and somebody else. I don't think it was Dashy. I can't remember who, though. Chino was taken off of OPSEAT-Gaming. I do believe Chino's signature is in here. I'm not sure we can view them all. It doesn't look like we can, but we have some of the signatures in here that we can view, like Crim. We have, who else is super Octane there. It only shows a couple of them, but I don't even see a Huntsman on there, which is crazy that they wouldn't put the Huntsman in there. That's just weird. It's the only one not in there on the preview. But I'm surprised I don't have Simp on Atlanta FaZe, but I'm getting sidetracked, but there's 55 signatures in here. Most of your main pros are in here. So if you guys are a big CDL fan, I mean, this is one you just have to pick up. I know it's towards the end of the game and everything, but there's a chance that Warzone will last for a while, and this is a good way to rep your favorite team. You have the calling cards, which you're only seeing 3 of them, but the chalked one is fantastic. I'm Frying is sick. I can buy this one, edit out the process, and we can take a look at some of the other stuff in depth. This might be a longer video. If you stuck around this long, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. But we got the 3 emblems here. Lost Full, which is great. I love that. And then we have the sprays, a chalk spray, wash spray, and F in the chat. It's just great, man. This is just like my gaming Twitter coming to life right on the game. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase this, and I'll meet up with you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, so I did not know there was an additional pack in the store here today. There's the CDL Team Supporter Pack. I had to cancel the upload, and I'm going to be throwing this in before we check out all of the items for the CDL Champs 2020 pack. You guys will hear me complain after this clip about there being a slight problem with that CDL Champs pack, including the signatures. So you guys will hear that very, very shortly, but I wanted to show you guys this CDL Team Supporter Pack. Obviously, like I said, I've seen all this stuff already because this is post-edit. But we have the team emblems here. So there's a couple of them that I understand, and there's a couple that are just plain or I don't understand. So I'll do my best to kind of break these down for you guys. We have the Atlanta FaZe one with the FaZe Up. We have the Chicago Huntsman with the pizza. Now, I'm not sure if this has to do with the pizzeria in Chicago, but there is one t-shirt that Hector wears all the time that is a custom Huntsman, and it has, like, I think his face with some sort of pizzeria logo, and then he has another logo with him inside of a pizzeria that he's shown on Twitter a couple times. We have the Dallas Empire one with the Nighthawk router. I do believe that is what router that is because everybody calls them onliners. We have the Mutineers with a very plain emblem. We have LA with a plain emblem. Optic with a plain emblem. London Royal Ravens with a plain emblem. I'm not sure this team. I'm not sure which one of these is Ultra or not. I was going to assume the mixtape at the end looks like the Ultra. I don't know who the purple one here is. I can't remember all the teams at the current moment. We have the subliners with just their name and a heart. We have Paris. Then we have Caution High Surf. I don't know who that is either. I honestly just cannot think of the teams right now. Once we get into the next stuff, I'll probably remember. But I know I'm missing two. Obviously, we have Atlanta FaZe, Huntsman, Empire, Mutineers. Okay, one of them is going to be Roker, and the other one's going to be Seattle Surge. So the Waves is going to be Surge, and that other one, the purple one, is going to be Minnesota Rocker or Roker, however it's pronounced. So you have LA, Optic, London Royal Ravens. We have Roker. You got Subliners, Paris, Surge, and then you got Ultra on the team calling cards. And then you have the team sprays. You have Atlanta FaZe, once again with the FaZe up. You have the Huntsman with the flamethrower. Hector in the Hex Quarters has his flamethrower that he absolutely loves. Once again with the router on Empire. Mutineers, Gorillas, Optic. Optic, that is their... I think it's called Commander rebrand in the background. You got the London Royal Raven. You have the Rocker, which I would assume. You have the Subliners with, I can't remember exactly what this is, man. I wanted to say something about, like, Zuma, the Italian Stallion, the pizza, and the rat, but I'm not sure if that's the exact reference there. I'm not sure. So take that one with a grain of salt. You have Paris, once again, with the high waves, caution, drowning for the Surge, and then you have Ultra with the teabag. So... honestly, this is a cool pack. I think the CDL Champs pack is a lot better besides the signature issue, which you will see very, very shortly. But I just wanted to throw this in post-edit, and I'm sorry that the video is going to be a little bit later today because of this editing error. But I wanted to show you guys this one so you knew it was there. Alright guys, we went ahead and purchased the CDL 20 COD Champs pack, and I have made a detrimental discovery about this pack, and I want a refund, okay? I'm very upset. We'll get into it, but... just know, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think I said it, that there's 60 players in the CDL, and there was only 55 signatures. And if you remember that preview page, we'll get into it here very, very shortly. Calling card-wise, we have 2020 Champs chalked, and I'm frying. I'm assuming that the Let It Slide is one of the additional ones. There's 5 calling cards that came with it, so we have Let It Slide here. I'm assuming just because of all the slide canceling. Don't know why they put a Dragonov in there, but I could be completely wrong on this being the 4th and whatever the 5th one is. I would also assume maybe Intense Conversation would be one of them. I just don't know. I have so many different calling cards in here, and it was hard to pick out which ones it actually is. So I'm just scrolling through all of my calling cards really quickly, just in case you see any that you might think are part of the CDL 2020, and you can leave them in the comments if you do know the additional 2 that were not shown in the preview. But I'm scrolling through all these real quick, and then I will show you guys the emblems, which we'll get into a little bit more, and the sprays. We'll do the sprays next just because they're super easy. We have chalked, washed, and we have press F. There you guys go on that one. Press F, I'm going to use all the time, man. We have our emblems, and I just don't know how Methods managed to get himself a chicken parm emblem. That is just nuts, man. I mean, who else likes chicken parm? You see chicken parm, who you thinking of? You're thinking of Methods. Let's be real. I mean, if you guys are big into the CDL, you know Methods and chicken parm are the duo. We have Champs 2020 and the Lost Full emblem. Lost Full is going to be used probably the most out of all of them. Moving on to the signatures. And this is where we made a big mistake. I'm talking big mistake. So if you guys don't know, I support the Huntsman, and my secondary team is Dallas. So I don't mind rocking, Crim Sig on my M4. Just the thing is, I'm more of a Huntsman fan. Well, with the pack, there was 55 signatures, not 60, and there's 5 players missing. And there is no Huntsman signatures. I was honestly so distraught the first time I recorded us buying all this stuff, and I just had to scrap the recording. I was mad upset. I'm not even gonna lie, but we're gonna look at every single signature here. We're gonna go through every single player for you guys so you can get a good look at your team, And yeah, I'm just really shocked to not see Huntsman in there. I'm not sure if they couldn't secure, you know, the branding rights from NRG. I just don't understand why they wouldn't be able to. I mean, they're contracted under the CDL for the team, so I'm not sure what the problem was. But we have Celium, Priesta, Simp, Abizi, Major Maniac, Crimsix, Clayster, Hugh, Shotzi, Illy, and moving down, we got Pharaoh, Frosty, Havoc, Mox, Skies, Dylan, Jared, Shawnee, Scraps, Wuskin, Aqua, Blast, Decimate, Spart, Vivid, Alex, Asim, Assault, GodRx, Silly, Accuracy, Attach, Mac, Temp, Zuma, Chino, The Cheen, unfortunately no longer a part of the main starting squad for Optic, Dashy, Kenny, Slasher, TJ, Dens, Kismet, don't know who this is, Shocks, Zed, Apathy, Karma, my man just retired a couple weeks ago, so this pack has been in the works for a good bit, Pogtane, Pander, Slacked, Bance, Cammy, Classic, Methods, Chicken Parm Boy, Metals, and that's going to do it. So right when I got to Metals, when I was recording this the first time, I was about to scroll over and I saw there's no Huntsman. So I was about to say Scump, and Scump's not there. So, you know, I'm really kind of just upset that I can't have a formal sticker on my ARs and a Scump sticker on my MP5s. It just sucks, man. I mean, why are they leaving out Huntsman? Is Huntsman gonna have their own pack? Like, what are they doing, bro? But I just, like I said, not seeing Huntsman in here definitely sucks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, we have that huge sponsorship announcement very soon on the channel, so make sure you're sticking around with notifications on. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Check out these sponsors and equipment in the description below. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out.